back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to give you my top 7 tips for becoming a bus driver. So if you're in the training school trying to become a bus driver, or if you're considering becoming a bus driver, stay tuned to the end, and I do have a bonus tip for you right at the end. I've been driving buses on and off for the last 23 years. These 7 tips are based on my experiences. It's not scientific. Tip 1. I do have keynotes. Dress for success. Your uniform might be provided for you, but in all honesty, a lot of it is rubbish. Certainly the coats, they're not the best. In my experience, obviously. You want to be comfortable. A decent high-vis winter jacket, if you go back and look at a few of my videos, you'll see that I'm not wearing the uniform issue jacket. I've invested in my own, which is warm, waterproof, and it's high-vis, which ticks all the boxes. I'll put a link in the description below if that's something that you're interested in. Also, waterproof, comfortable boots for the winter months. Your feet are your livelihood, and there's nothing worse than getting on the bus in the winter with cold, wet feet and then having to do a shift. So I invested in some waterproof boots. They're sort of like trainer boots, but they're waterproof. If I can find them, I'll put the link to those in the description below as well. You'll be thanking me. Trust me, you'll be thanking me. And on footwear for the summer, you want, again, comfortable black trainers, I would say. A lot of companies want you to have black footwear. Obviously, if you prefer wearing shoes, that's entirely up to you. But for me, I found that black trainers were perfect. And the ones I got are really breathable. They're like a mesh. So when it's really hot in the summer, it allows your feet to breathe. Super, super comfortable. Probably one of the most comfortable trainers I've ever had, actually. And again, there'll be a link in the description below. Your own shorts and trousers. I've noticed a lot of other drivers do this as well. They wear their own trousers and shorts purely because the company trousers, they're not the best. They're not great. They're certainly not comfortable. And the shorts are even worse. The shorts are just awful. But yeah, as long as they're a similar colour and an appropriate length, yeah, wear your own shorts. Again, I'll put the link, if I can find it, because I bought those years ago, in the description below. Or if I can't find those ones, I'll find an alternative. So that brings me on to tip 2. Do your homework. Route learning is non-negotiable. So I had a short time mentoring, and it was really, really clear the new drivers that had been out route learning and doing their homework and those that hadn't. When you first join, like, you're all happy, you think you can drive a bus because you've passed your test, and then you get on the bus in service for the first time, and now you've got people on the bus, and it's daunting. It really is daunting. So the more you can learn before that moment, the easier you'll find it. It will still be hard. You'll still get overwhelmed, but if you already know the routes, that's already ticking one box, and you will have a far easier journey in your learning. Okay, so tip 3. Don't compare yourself to others. I've seen new drivers doing this all the time. What you need to remember is you're new. You've just passed your test, right? So you're not experienced. You don't have the experience. if you compare yourself to someone like me, I've been doing it 23 years, right? So I don't have any of that anxiety. I know what I can do with a bus. I know how to operate the ticket machine efficiently and effectively. I know how to pull away from a bus stop, how to pull into a bus stop without people falling over. I know where to look. You don't have that experience. So comparing yourself to any other driver that's been doing it for any amount of time is ridiculous, because you're not of the same skill level. So don't compare yourself to other people. Your bus journey, excuse the pun, is your journey, and you will improve over time. You will make your mistakes, and that's how you'll learn. Okay, tip number 4. Don't worry about being late. So as a new driver, you will be late because, as I said in the previous tip, you're not experienced. You're learning your way. You're learning what you can do to improve your timekeeping, right? So everyone expects new drivers to be late, so don't worry about it. It's not a big issue. The issue comes if you start being late on purpose. There's always been a bit of a bugbear of mine, drivers running late on purpose. And they're easy to spot as well. And you will get a name for yourself if you run late on purpose. Okay, so tip number 5. Always log defects and trust your gut. If something feels wrong with the bus, defect it, log it off, put it on the Transora Go Check defect card. It's super important. If you go back in my catalogue, I actually got put in A&E and one by a defect bus that was slipping gear. No one had logged it. So if the bus isn't driving right, which you will know, because you'll get to know the buses, you will know if the bus isn't driving right, defect it. Okay, tip number 6. Know and remember your driving hours. Your license is at risk. This perhaps is the most critical tip for your career and longevity as a bus driver. You need to remember that you, the driver, are responsible for your own driver hours. You need to be a little bit careful with the controllers and detailers with driver hours as well, because if you hand over late and you need to claim your break, which is a minimum of 30 minutes, which does not include walking to and from the bus. Your break time defined by DVSA is a period of time where you can rest and have refreshment. Okay, tip number 7. Master customer service and de-escalation. Customer service is super important, and although I had my own methods, if I had to deal with people, I could quite effectively. The majority of people that get on the bus, you don't have anything to do with. They tap on or pay their fare, go sit down. They know where they're going and all the rest of it. Occasionally, or you will get people getting on that are visiting the city or visiting your location. With that, your knowledge of the route and the area, and in particular the tickets, are super important. What you need to remember is if the person that's visiting the city that gets on 2 or 3 people later, or the next bus stop, they don't know anything about it. They don't know what's just happened. My bonus tip: if you've got to this point in the video, thank you very much. I really appreciate you. You've really helped the performance of the video. Build relationships and ask questions. Talk to other drivers, strike up conversations. Listen to their stories, and don't be afraid of asking them questions. What I would say about listening to their stories is take them with a pinch of salt, because people do exaggerate, but there is always an element of truth there as well. If you're unsure about anything, the best person to ask is another driver, because the chances are they've been in the exact same situation. If you get stuck out on the road, contact X-Ray. If you go the wrong way, contact your supervisors or your controllers. Don't be afraid to ask questions. The managers and supervisors or controllers would rather, especially if you go the wrong way, rather stop, phone them up or radio them up and tell them what's happened and ask them how you're going to get back out of it, than you think you can, oh, I can go down that road. Yes, you can in your car, but what you haven't calculated is the low trees. So some roads you just can't go down in double-decker buses or buses in general. In conclusion, let's have a quick recap. So there you have it. My top 7 tips for becoming a successful bus driver, with a little bonus. It's definitely a challenging, but can be rewarding sometimes, job. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to Darren's Frame and Focus, and hit the notification bell, be notified when I upload my next video. Don't forget to check out the description for all those Amazon affiliate links for gear that will genuinely make your life easier as a new bus driver. Every click helps support the channel. Okay, and that is the end of the video. Don't forget to drive safely, stay focused, and I'll see you again next time. And those of you that are in the training school, good luck with your tests.